guys? Your boy Sean Bellamy back with you with another video. And what a game that was between the Buffalo Bills and Kansas City Chiefs yesterday. Overall, the entire weekend of the NFL playoffs, the divisional round was great. Starting with the Cincinnati Bengals beating the overrated, who I thought was very overrated as the number one seed, the Tennessee Titans, with the 49ers beating the Green Bay Packers and really, in a way, you can argue, mess up Aaron Rodgers' legacy just a bit. I'm gonna say some people say made a lot, but definitely hurt his legacy a little bit. That's another conversation for another day. The Los Angeles Rams, despite almost choking a huge lead to Tom Brady, surprise, they end up beating the Buccaneers in the last second field goal and beating Tampa Bay to move on to the next round. And then, like I said, what I'm gonna talk about is and people's already probably talked about, the Kansas City Chiefs and Buffalo Bills overtime classic between two great quarterbacks, and Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes having a quarterback duel, and it was just fun to watch. It was a great weekend. But like I said, the game I want to talk about is the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I watched this game with my girlfriend, my brother and his girlfriend, and it was a classic all the way through. Like I said, there was some plays we missed here and there because we was turning the TV in here and there, but overall, it was a great game. If you didn't watch, I recommend you go watch and see how it finished. But the reason I'm making this video, and you can tell by the title, well, as far as like the things I took away, a few things I took away from that game, is the NFL, man, really needs to change the overtime rules. And I'm pretty sure you heard this. It was trending. It's probably still trending. People saying it out the wazoo constantly. As soon as the game ended, everyone started talking about the overtime rules need to change, and it brought it back up of why they need to change. I don't know how much evidence the NFL needs to see. This is getting so, it's been frustrating to see when a great game is going on. It could be a great defensive battle. It could be a great, just a shootout between teams, like I said, the Buffalo Bills and Kansas City Chiefs. It sucks that the game has to end all because of a coin toss. What ended up happening was the Buffalo Bills, I'm going to talk about, oh my God, I'm going to talk about late game defenses in a second, which another thing I took away. I can't stand the NFL when it comes to this, but we'll get to that. But the Buffalo Bills and Kansas City Chiefs was in overtime, obviously because they're the road team. They're the road team. The Buffalo Bills got to choose the coin toss first. It was heads or tails, whatever. And Josh Allen chose tails, 50-50 chance. And the Buffalo Bills lost the toss, and the Kansas City Chiefs won the toss. And obviously they chose to receive it because you got Patrick fucking Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelce and them dudes on that side of the ball. So you're not giving the ball back to the Bills and say, defense, we need y'all to hold. And then we'll go down the field. No, obviously the Chiefs took won the coin toss. They took the ball, and that was it. The Bills did not get a single opportunity to get the ball back, and Josh Allen, the entire offense for the Buffalo Bills, had to sit there and watch as their defense got carved all the way down the field, and the Kansas City Chiefs scored a touchdown, and their season is over. I don't know how much evidence the NFL needs. They're always coming with these rule changes and these bullshit meetings that they be having. They really need to make this as a focal point this offseason. Everyone and their moms agreed. Now, there was a few people, I'm going to be objective here. There was a few people that did agree that you could say that the rules need to be changed, but you also could be very upset at the Buffalo Bills defense. Like I said, I'll go over the late game stuff in a second. Because you can argue that, yes, okay, the overtime rules is what it is, but you really, as an NFL team, an offense, a coach, you have to trust that your defense can at least hold the other team to a stop and at least give us an opportunity. But I guess, so if that's your stance on it, say, well, Sean, the Buffalo Bills blame their defense for not stopping them. Sure, we can go that way. But I'm going to say, for me personally, I just wish that they changed the damn rule. I have been, not just me, a lot of fans have been constantly pushing for the NFL just to do the college football rules. And on college football, both teams start with the ball. One team starts with the ball, I think it's at the 35 or 25-yard line, whatever. And they get 4 chances to score, obviously. Whatever, you don't score, you kick a field goal, and then it's up to your defense to try to stop the other team from scoring a touchdown and hold them to a field goal, and we just keep going. You just got to keep going. You either mimic what the other team do or you do better than what they did when it was their turn. The point is, both teams get a chance in college football. Some games can go to 6 to 7 overtimes and exciting stuff because, I think around the 3rd or 4th overtime is when you have to go for 2 if you score a touchdown. I don't know why the NFL does not just adopt that, because it is so annoying when, as a team, like Josh Allen had a hell of a game, an MVP type performance, doing everything he can on the road to get his team to AFC Championship. And you're telling me the only reason why he didn't, it was not his fault, it wasn't the Buffalo Bills offense's fault. You're telling me it's because I have to trust that our defense was going to hold Patrick Mahomes and the rest of that offense when they couldn't do that the entire game. I think it's bullshit. I think a lot of fans was upset about that, and it's so dumb how the game ends like that. Yes, you would like the Buffalo Bills defense to hold these guys and do their job, but at that point, bro, I'm like, listen, you got to believe that the Buffalo Bills defense was tired to some degree. You're running up down the field chasing Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, this speedy offense of the Chiefs. Something's going to give, bro. You should just give both teams a chance. Hey, the Chiefs scored a touchdown? Okay. They kick it off and say, look, Bills, y'all have to do the same thing. Y'all have until the clock runs out, or obviously you know before, if the Kansas City Chiefs either take the ball away from you. It should be both ways, man. I really think it's stupid they haven't done that. There's been so many games, not even just NFL playoff games. There's been regular season games where the playoffs is on the line, where close games where stuff matters in divisions, where the game ends all because your team did not hold the other team from scoring a touchdown. Now, the NFL has taken some steps forward. I will give them credit to some degree, because it used to just be if you kick the field goal first, the game was over, but they changed that to where if you kick a field goal, then the other team will get a chance to go down the field and kick a field goal or score a touchdown. Again, if you're willing to do that, the NFL should be able to say, you know what, we can at least up the ante here, just get rid of all of that. Both teams get an opportunity no matter who gets the ball first, and we'll go from there. I thought it ruined the classic ending that this game really should have gotten. Like, yes, it was a great game. Patrick Mahomes and them deserved to win, but it absolutely just killed everyone inside. That obviously was not a Kansas City. Obviously, if you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan, you don't care. But everyone else that was like, damn, bro, this is a hell of a game. You don't want it to end that way. It sucked that it ended with Josh Allen just sitting there with his helmet on the sideline and watching his defense, knowing in his mind his defense was not going to stop these dudes. The second other thing I took away from this game is, and it's something I've had on my mind for a very long time, I'm pretty sure other NFL fans have said this as well. The NFL is probably one of the stupidest, I'm really trying to word this, because I really don't understand the NFL when you talk about late game moments. And I'm talking on the defensive end. I don't understand when let me just draw out the whole scenario, because this is what happened. The Buffalo Bills, after the second time Josh Allen went down the field and put his team ahead, so they, it was 36-33. They scored a touchdown. The Bills up 36-33. It was like 13 to 15 seconds left in the game. And everyone's thinking like, okay, that's kind of a little too and everyone's yelling to me, yo, Sean, that's too much time for Patrick Mahomes. They still got 3 timeouts. I'm in my mind telling myself, Patrick Mahomes is great. He's going to go down as probably one of the all-time greats if he continues at the level he's playing. But I refuse to believe 13 seconds is enough time for a team to go from the 20-yard line all the way down to field goal range, unless you do something crazy and some miraculous play or pass interference or something that gets you down there in less than basically 13 seconds. And what I'm saying that because what ended up happening is, after the Bills took the lead, like I said, it was 13 seconds left on the clock, the freaking Chiefs had the ball at their own 20. For some reason, I'm really going to snap, because I hate thinking about this. You guys, my brother, my girlfriend, his girl, they was just, I was pissed off last night. For some reason, the NFL, let's just go with the Bills and the Chiefs. The Bills defense, their defensive scheme, when you know it's Patrick Mahomes, what he can do with his arm and sometimes with his legs, you know what Tyreek Hill can do. When you catch the ball in space, you know what Travis Kelce can do. For some reason, NFL defenses, in this case, the Buffalo Bills, decided to play off these guys like 15, 20 yards and let the freaking Chiefs catch the ball, like just pitch and catch, and let them get down the field in like 8 seconds. I literally want to vomit. I don't understand NFL defenses when it comes to these late game situations. I think it's complete just stupidity. When you're up a touchdown or a field goal, I don't care if you're going up against one of the worst teams in the league. There is no reason you should be playing to lose like that. If I know they need a field goal and they have Patrick Mahomes, why would I line up any way to not play press coverage and force them to have to beat me off some crazy throw or something that they have to get down the field? People will say, Sean, they do that because they don't want to get beat over the top. That is horse shit to me, yo. Because then I'm telling you as a player, you better do your job. I don't understand sitting all the way back and waiting for them to get down the field for you to realize, holy shit, bro, they're about to kick a field goal. Or go for the game-winning touchdown. It's ridiculous to me. It's not just the Bills. Every team does this. I hate it. I really don't. People get excited about these late comebacks and stuff. I just don't understand when you're up a certain way, you're up a certain amount. We saw this with the Rams against the Buccaneers yesterday. The Rams are up 27-3. It's like all of a sudden teams forget how to play football. They start playing to lose. I don't know who needs to be told this, but stop fucking doing it. It is the stupidest thing I see NFL teams do. I hate it. I don't understand that. You are up 3. Why would the Bills line up like they can let these dudes go down the field and line up for a field goal? It's frustrating. Every team does it. And that's why some people sometimes think this stuff is fixed or rigged, because it's like you're just setting this up for ratings. Like, let's just not play defense anymore and just let them go down the field in less than 10 seconds. I don't care what you say. 13 seconds with 3 timeouts, it is what it is, but I am not going to sit here and say that's a lot of time. That's not enough time for you to get down the field from the 20 all the way down to like my 40. Like I said, unless you get like a 20, 25-yard completion, I get it. But if you're actually playing defense and not playing prevent defense, which is preventing you to win, I refuse to believe 13 seconds is enough time. If the Bills would have just played defense and actually stood on these dudes, like in their face, the press coverage with the bump and everything, and actually forced the Kansas City Chiefs to work for their yards, we would not be sitting here talking about the Bills losing in overtime anyway. It doesn't add up, dude. I don't know what the NFL's problem is, yo. You could literally make a video. I don't know. I actually can't make a video. I just wish I had like some on mic's soundbite of these defensive coordinators telling their guys to line up so far back that we're giving them a chance to get down the field. Every team does it. It's a scheme. The prevent scheme, it just pisses you off. And I'm not even a Buffalo Bills fan. I don't understand why you're letting them line up and go down the field as fast as they can in less than 15 seconds. 13 seconds. I think the Chiefs got down there in 8 seconds. 8 seconds. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, when you know what's on the line, you just lost. We can talk about the overtime rules all we want, but to get to overtime the way it did was frustrating, because if the Buffalo Bills were just pressed up and actually play defense and not play far back and let Tyreek Hill, I think, who called like a 19-yard pass it was like a short screen, but the reason why the screen worked so well is because the Bills lined like 30 yards off of them. So I think Tyreek Hill like a 19-yard 19-yard. It was like a 2-yard pass with a 19 yards he gained, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. The point is, they gave up that many. Then they sat back and let Travis Kelce catch a wide open pass. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. You just stop playing defense. It just doesn't make sense. Late game situations in NFL is probably one of the most frustrating things to watch when you talk about defensive shit. Because it's like their schemes is we're just not playing to win anymore. Let's let them get all the way down the field in less than 30 seconds or so, and then you got to try to make a huge stop when they're close to the goal line or they're close to field goal range. But that's it, you guys. As far as this episode, I call it Philly Eagles Talk. I know this ain't about my Eagles. One thing I will say as a side note for my Philadelphia Eagles, because I'm putting this on my Five Eagles Fly channel, there's also that game, or these divisional games, whatever you want to say, from, like I said, all the games this weekend. It showed me my Philadelphia Eagles are so behind contenders. Like, we need something to happen this offseason or something, because, man, I don't know. Talent is very important. If you do not have that on both sides of the ball, dude, you are screwed, or you are fucked. Whatever you want to say. it is important to have talent, yo. You got to have talent on both sides of the ball. But that's it, you guys. I'm out. Peace.